It's our first morning hunt with Johnny, driving along in the buggy along the flats. Saw from a distance what looked like a mob, so we just crept in real slow and we got closer and closer, worked out that it was actually a mob. The dogs jumped, ended up cutting the big boar out from the mob. We thought we had him out on the flats, but he ended up giving the dogs a slip and he knew where to run, straight for the thick stuff.
Get him on the nuts.
We drove the buggy in as far as we could. Got to a point where we couldn't go anymore. We were still about 100 metres away from what the tracker was telling us, so we ended up going in on foot. But the grass was about head high and 100 metres, well, it kind of felt like a kilometre. So we're getting closer, the dogs were getting louder and louder and louder, but what we didn't realise was how close we actually were, and you can tell by the footage that Johnny actually nearly poked the pig with the gun. We were that close, we nearly walked on top of him.
Oh fuck, it's just here, right in front of me. Righto, righto, out of the road, jet! Jet! It's right here, right in front of me. Fucking hell. Good boar too. Good dogs. Right off. Oh. Yeah, we got him. Jet. Good boys, good boys.
I thought that was Batman in front.
How you going there with the spear, cuss?
He was a decent pig, but he wasn't the tonner that we were chasing, so we headed off to a place where Johnny had seen a couple of big tracks the day before, and once we got there, in minutes, the dogs were off again.
Oh yeah, good boar. There's your tonner, bud. Hey? There's your tonner.
They only went in about 50 metres, and Johnny and I walked in, saw they had a real nice bale going, so we got a bit closer, and as we got closer, the pig kind of looked at us and wanted to give us a bit of a hurry up.
Go.
Yep. He's coming for us, bud. So let machine off, and well, machine sorted him out.
Get him! Get him, man! Get him, machine!
Oh. Get him, bud!
Righto, so the boys have just travelled 2 days to get up to the Gulf, and this is their first proper Gulf boar. You can see the red fleck through him actually, a bit of orange, a bit of everything in it. But yeah, we've had a big morning. What did we get? This is number 7?
7, I think, yeah.
7 pigs. We hit a few mobs, upped a few with a gun, and the dogs have found a couple. And yeah, it's been a bit of a quiet morning, but we just come down here then. I just come to this little hot spot where all this cane grass is and just hug the edge. We've got a nice breeze coming off it, and lo and behold, the dogs come off, and there's a big mob in here. We seen a few come out and they grabbed the boar. I'd say it was Batman's handiwork. He loves the boar, so happy days. The boys are here for almost 2 weeks, and I reckon we're going to catch a few crackers. So we've got a few goals set, and hopefully we can accomplish them.
Well, we ticked tonner off the list on the first morning. See what else we can tick off the list tonight. Let's go. Righto, here's a little rundown on that last hunt. We left camp about 4 p.m, headed up to these sorghum paddocks that had just been ploughed. Didn't have a lot of faith. We were cruising along, didn't see one pig, so got to the end of the paddocks and decided to turn around and run the river on the way home with the breeze blowing back towards us. Probably took about 10 minutes till we saw our first pig.
He's pulled up there, has he? No. Yeah, now he's spotted it. Alright, boys.
It didn't look too big from the distance, but once we heard the dogs hit up on him, we knew he was decent, so the race was on.
Don't let go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Good job. You got him, bud.
Is that what you
got him. Good job. Boy, Matt. Good boy.
We had a real good breeze blowing, so we didn't really want to weigh him then and there. So we chucked him up on the back and continued on. Saw a couple of little mobs and got a couple of little boars out of it.
They got him. They go. Look at Jet on the tail. Get the gun ready. Jet, bang it, Jet. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good boys.
But nothing compared to what we're about to get next. We're about 2 k's from camp, cruising along, flicking the light out. We saw another little mob, didn't think too much of it. Johnny was flicking the light across, and as he's flicking the light across, we saw this pig that stood nearly 3/4 of the size over everything else. By this stage the adrenaline was pumping and the race was on to get him before he hit the river.
Stay there, Jet. Stay there. Stay there. Get the shotgun.
That is a fucking horse.
This thing was huge. It would have been another third of the size bigger than that last boar that we got.
Yep, that's a large male.
4 fingers, thanks again. Gotta be
120, I reckon. At least.
Look at his head.
He's a big boy. Look at the big grinders on him, mate. Unbelievable. Righto, so I promised the boys I would get them a Magnum. Guess what we got? We got a Magnum, baby. This is a monster boar. I'd love to tell you there's a really good story behind it, but we actually got him under the light in the mob and we cut him out. And yeah, Jetty got one and then Batman got this fella. I cut him out and then yeah, Batman wasn't far behind me backing up the buggy. So yeah, we put him up, but absolute monster pig. Look at the hooks on it. We'll probably cape him out and send him to Danny. And yeah, happy days. I'm so happy that I got these fellas a cracker like this. This is a pig of a lifetime to most people. So happy days, mate.
Let's go get another one.
Get another one.
We were pretty happy with those two boars, so we ended up calling it a night. We were pretty close to camp anyway, so we just cruised on back. Got up real early the next day to weigh them. The first one went 110, so it was going to be real interesting to see what this big fella went. 138 kilos is by far the biggest pig I've ever seen. And it wasn't until we started caping him out that we really noticed the magnitude of how big these animals actually are. The hide was nearly 2 inches thick. As we got further down, we ended up finding 8 ball bearings from the shotgun. So Luke put 2 shots in, we found 8 of the ball bearings in it that had been wedged in the skin that didn't actually penetrate the muscle. That just got stuck in the hide because it was that thick. So you really got to place your shots properly with those big boars, so no wonder he kept running. So that's how that hunt went down. Stay tuned for the next video because Luke has his first crack with the spear. And Johnny puts a couple away.
Ah, shit.
Definitely stay tuned for the next one because it's even more action packed.